All right, welcome to the Movie Spreadsheet presents weekly episode 6 of the Streaming Wars live. Okay, making sure everything is up to par. Okay. So it has been a busy week. It's a great time of the year for movies. I feel like where we're coming into the end of Thanksgiving kind of felt like the movie selection that we had going on was actually pretty terrible for most of the streaming services. We had nothing really going on a lot of the services, but now because we have the holidays coming up, we have Christmas coming up, a lot of people are home, so we're starting getting a lot of movies being added, which is obviously great for me. It's great for you. But there's still some not great movies that are being put out there. So obviously what I'm trying to do is help you decide which movies you should be spending your time on, which ones that maybe you should pass on and watch something else, like a classic. So let's get into it. And for the record, I feel terrible right now. This has been my activity for the last 72 hours, has been making this live video, which has lasted so far a minute and a half. But let's get right into the streaming wars, and let's just take a quick peek at the movie spreadsheet data. I did some different things. Mostly I moved myself to the northeast corner. Not sure if it works that way, but to the top right corner. But here's what we can see. We have a average of 5.923. It's right here. We have no one gets out alive. Do I actually sound terrible? Do I sound like sickly, or does like the audio not sound good? From the chat. Number one chat contributor joining us again. What a privilege. I'm not sure if you can see that in the chat. You have like the little crown next to your name. It's like crown number one. So that's pretty sweet. So status of the spreadsheet, 5.923 average. We've got top third cutoff being 7.45, which is Napoleon. Middle third cutoff being 4.755. And that's where we are for the spreadsheet. All right, now let's just pop over here to the streaming grid, and I've prepared a ton of stuff for us tonight. Not really, but let's go. Sounds like you have a gremlin living in your sinuses. I feel it. I definitely feel like something is like right here. I feel like I'm talking like this, like, oh, that's how I feel. And that's not gonna get any better. And then I have the dog licking like vigorously in the background. Get it, Danny. Okay. Not sure if you guys can see that, so I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy that one. Not the mic might disease. When you hear my coughers, COVID cough. All right. So let's get into where we stand with the streaming wars, and let's go ahead and do a quick little zoom in over here on the left. And I'm making sure that you guys can see all this, which you can see right now. So we have Netflix. Netflix is in first place by a big lead, like a Lando Norris style lead, and that is such a perfect tie into F1. But we have Netflix in first, Apple TV in second with 46, Hulu in third with 43, and then Disney in fourth with 40. Those are the top four. Those are where I watch movies from this week. And let me tell you, this week has been a pretty good week. So let's get into the movie review, and let's just go ahead and start with Netflix movie Caught Stealing. Now I'm gonna try something a little bit different here. I'm gonna pull up. There we go. Caught Stealing. We have it right here. So Caught Stealing is the Austin Butler crime thriller. It gets fairly good reviews, like IMDb 6.9. We can see right there. Rotten Tomatoes 84%. The movie is about a guy in New York, Austin Butler, that gets tangled up in some sort of like a money heist. Heist is the right word. He gets dumped some cash. And then all this bad stuff happens to him in his life. This is a Darren Aronofsky movie. So I had no idea Darren Aronofsky made this. So if you watch this movie, like some things are going to happen in this movie where it's like completely you're not expecting, which I really enjoy. I really actually like that when we're getting things that aren't expected. So it's fine. Of all the movies I've seen, like, I don't ever want to go to New York. Like, I don't like New York. I'm not a New Yorker. It's nothing I'm not like, oh, you know what'd be fun is go to New York in the winter. No, I never want to go to New York. But if there's ever been a movie where I was like, you know what, maybe New York would be cool to go to, it was this movie that made me think that. But obviously this is showing New York in like the early 90s, because this movie takes place in like 1991 or 1989 or something like that. So Caught Stealing, I really like this movie. This is a movie I would really recommend, because I love when movies do something unexpected early. Like if you look at like M. Night movies where things go on and you know at the end there's going to be some crazy twist and you're like, wow, I never saw that coming. That's cool. But if you make your twist or something happen unexpected early, then you're like, oh wow, like now what happens? Now where do we go? And then you're hooked for the rest of the movie. So whereas in M. Night movies, you're waiting for the hook to come to see like, oh yeah, all of it was totally worth it. In movies like this, where something happens unexpected early, you now have the rest of the movie as a reward. So I'm pretty excited for this one, and I would definitely recommend this movie to a lot of people. But I do have a pet peeve about this movie that's only going to really bother a very select group of people. I hate when they cast actors in roles where they have to do like play a little bit of sports. And this movie, the guy is supposed to be a baseball player. The worst baseball swing I've ever seen. He doesn't look like a baseball player. He doesn't sound like a baseball player. He doesn't even move like a baseball player. And it just drives me absolutely crazy. He's taking reps in the batting cage, and it's the fakest looking reps I've ever seen. It's like Major League back to the minors, right? If you watch the Major League franchise, phenomenal movies, right? The first two were great, and the third one, the baseball, it just flies off. You're like, what is going on? So that's what I would say for this one. Definitely worth a watch. It's on Netflix. It's only like an hour and, it's an hour and 40 minutes. Zendaya in the tennis movie literally killed me. Yes, exactly. So like athletes who play, or actors who play as athletes who can't just basically do like the things that they're supposed to be able to do, drives me absolutely insane. And this movie was no different. And then also too, with Austin Butler, I mean, all I hear is Elvis. I just hear Elvis all the time. And like for Austin Butler, I'm like, should he just be making movies that take place in the 20s where he can just have that Elvis accent 24/7? Because even though he's trying to be like a normal accent, I still hear him as Elvis, and it still drives me a little bit crazy. So, but anyways, a lot of negative talk for a movie that I really, really enjoyed. I would absolutely watch this one. So I'd recommend this one. 8.475. So if we jump over to the spreadsheet and we do Caught Stealing, number 74 overall on the spreadsheet right here. I'm going to go nice and slow. Once I get to that area, I'm going to leave it. You can see the movies that are around it. And you can see the overall score. So we have 8.5 for entertainment, 8.5 for achievement of goal, ending 8, length 9, no penalty, 8.425. And look, Netflix for me is absolutely going to run away with this thing, because I had so much choice to choose from in this movie. There's Jingle Bell Heist, there's Troll 2, there's Caught Stealing, and I know for a lot of people you're like, what were those other two? Give me a cheesy, weird Christmas movie any day of the week, and then also give me a weird troll creature Norwegian movie. Wait, what's number one on the spreadsheet? Number one on the spreadsheet is obviously Trolls 4. Ernest Scared Stupid. No, it's not. Look, it's not Forrest Gump, because these are movies that I've watched since I started the spreadsheet. So I haven't watched Forrest Gump in 10 plus years. So right now we've got Dune, Shawshank, and Signs as 10s. And look, having taught a bunch of kids, and students who have always been fascinated with the spreadsheet, they're always like, how can you have, the Suicide Squad as your 6th favorite movie of all time? And it's like, look, if it just does what it's set out to do, Pee-wee's Great Adventure, then it gets a high score. And so you can have movies like, The Monkey is a 9.8. I think The Monkey is almost a perfect movie. Hallie, you should definitely watch The Monkey. It's a horror movie on Hulu. It's called dark comedy, or it's like horror comedy, which I think is a really cool genre. It does a great job. I'm a big fan of it. So, Shawshank, here comes the disgusting cough. All right, so that's where we are right now. And then if we look over here, going back to Caught Stealing, coming across this row. All right, so we're going to give it 25 points for being in first place, obviously. Right now, it's getting pole position. What's The Monkey? Dude, The Monkey is the least assuming movie ever. I randomly chose it and I watched it and I was just like, this is a much better version of Final Destination. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The kill scenes are insane and it's quick. I was like, this is fantastic. Here, let me pull up let me pull up the monkey as an image so you can see it. It's right here. And so this is what I love about my spreadsheet, and this is what kind of proves how I feel about movies and how I'm not afraid to go out of the way to give something a high score. 5.9 at IMDb, people hate it. 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's low. Those are two low scores. I love this. I think this is an awesome movie. Your coffee pencil. I have the black line. Fact. 100% fact. This movie looks stupid. It's awesome. Check it out. Would recommend it. All right, so we're gonna give it those pole position check mark. It actually, there's no best performance in it because Austin Butler's voice drives me freaking crazy. It's not the shortest movie. Best moment for sure is in this movie. Risky searching something without clearing it. Yeah, I mean whatever. Best moment. It was awesome. Yeah, I mean like I think the music in this movie was awesome, and there's also some like cool scenes, and then finally emotional. I don't know what's happening right now on my screen. Emotional impact we have is no notable song, yes, and then we also have something cool going on in this movie. Specifically, like I think the two Hebrew dudes were pretty cool addition to the movie. So that's where we are for caught stealing. That was really long. I probably should be shorter with my words. And let's get to the absolute trash that is Family Plan 2, unless anybody has any questions about caught stealing. You should watch it. I mean, really good rec. I saw a preview for it in the theater. I was like, absolutely not. This movie doesn't look like this movie sucks. And then I watched it and I was like, yes. Hell yes. First half better than the second half. Okay, Family Plan 2. I took one note for this movie when I watched it. The note was, why are we still making movies like this? Like, who is this movie for? Family Plan 1. Wife finds out wife, I don't even know who that is, but husband is Mark Wahlberg, was like an ex-assassin or something, or like, and now they've made a sequel to that movie where they go to London and live out essentially like the exact same plot, except everybody knows that he's an assassin, and the whole family helps him out of a sticky situation. Why? Apple TV, straight to Apple TV. Why? This movie does not need to be made. It's a waste of time. I mean, overall score 3.5 because like there's like some value to it, I guess. It does what it's supposed to do, right? It's like a light action movie. There's no notable fight scenes in it. There's no memorable scenes. There's like, it's just blah. It's just generic. I hate movies that fall in this range. I'd rather have you try something like insane that's just horrible than try something that's just like mediocre. And this movie's mediocre across the board, so it ends up being pretty bad across the board for me. Any questions about Family Plan 2 in chat? Let's get down. All right, so that's where Apple TV is. Let's do Hulu's The Roses now. I was excited for this one to pop up on Hulu. This is what I've been wanting to see. I actually watched it with my wife, Olivia Colman, Benedict Cumberbatch. I think it's my wife's like celebrity crush. It's the shortest movie I saw this week, 138.54 so far, thankfully, because this movie just relies so much on the banter and the acting of Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch. And honestly, like this movie should be way better. Like it has this kind of cool story behind it. It's got this amazing cast. You know, the two I've already mentioned, but then you also have Kate McKinnon and Andy Samberg, and neither are funny in this movie at all. And it's like Kate McKinnon's hilarious. Like, how bad is your writing? And does the script have to be in a movie where Kate McKinnon doesn't have a single funny thing to say? Like, think about her in Barbie. Like, she's my favorite part. She's the favorite part of like Barbie for me, is like when she shows up and she's all messed up and you're like, oh, the messed up Barbie. Like, that's hilarious. But in this movie, like, I guess they try to be funny, but like the dialogue is just so bad. So this movie is not very good. Overall score is going to be in the 6.075. I think why I'm describing this movie as bad when it gets above average score is just like, you've got this amazing cast and you got this a pretty good like solid like idea behind a story, and the execution is just so poor. It's really disappointing. So 6.075 for The Roses. That's solid though from Hulu. Weird Barbie. Okay, that's the Barbie's name, Weird Barbie. Okay, so that's the Roses. Let's see. Wait, let's check out the Family Plan. Let's check out the Roses on here. We won't even mention the Family Plan again because that movie's not worth it. All right, so Roses overall on the real spreadsheet, on the big spreadsheet, 217. You can see like the breakdown of the scores, and you can see the movies that are around it. I mean, I could definitely recommend a movie instead of it. Yeah, so that's where we are with the Roses. Yeah, watching the hard to see. Yeah, just dialogue driven. It's not really not for me. All right, let's go to the last movie, which is Freakier Freaking Friday. This is the movie that I had least been looking forward to. Like, it's the movie where I was like, okay, I just got to get through the trash that is Disney. Because Disney's not really putting out a ton of good movies unless it's like a big Marvel movie, and there hasn't been one. So I'm not sure what's going to be the next one I have to review for Disney, but it's probably not going to be good. So let's look at Freakier Friday. I gotta tell you, I was like pretty hooked. Like, I started it and I was like, okay. I don't know, like Lindsay Lohan is she back? Is this like she just comes back like once every 30 years to remake Freaky Friday? So in 30 years she can be the grandma. Is she back? Like, the chat says Lindsay Lohan is back though. Like, making movies. I mean, like, is she on set? Is she like behaving on set? Because I heard, remember that movie a long time ago, Georgia Rule? I actually saw that in the theater. Like, I can't believe I saw that in the theater. Anyways, and she was like awful on the set. Everybody hated her, and her career tanked. So if she's back, I don't know. We see Jamie Lee Curtis steals the show, the movie 100%. So much so that I gave my performance of the week to Jamie Lee Curtis in Freakier Friday. Look at that chat. She was so good. You know, this kind of reminds me of Jumanji. You know, like the remake of Jumanji when they're all in their bodies, and it's like hilarious when they're all in their bodies. And I think in this movie, the only person that does an awesome job with being in the other person's body is Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's absolutely hilarious in this, and she's great in this movie. Just does an awesome job. So overall score, she was in a Netflix movie recently that was good. Jamie Lee Curtis or Lindsay Lohan. What was the Netflix movie? Was she in a Netflix movie recently? Was the movie good or was she good? I'm curious about that. I'll keep talking while the chat tries to sort out what's the Lindsay Lohan movie. All right, so 7.2 overall score. I mean, look, it does everything. It does everything right here. I mean, it's entertaining. It has. Actually, I should go to here so you can see my scores. Freakier. There we go. And here's why the movie spreadsheet and the spreadsheet is fantastic, because I really like Frankenstein and I really like Freakier Friday, and they get the exact same score based on entirely different sets of parameters that are all accounted for in the genius that is the movie spreadsheet. And so we have Freakier Friday 7 for entertainment. That's a good score. Like, this movie is entertaining. I started it and I was like I stopped watching like the Seahawks absolutely mauling the Falcons, and I was like, Freakier Friday, this is really entertaining me. Achievement a goal, yeah. I mean, this is a great sequel to Freaky Friday, right? Which I didn't think we needed, but apparently we did need. Ending was like fine, but I did love the fact that they played the same song in the end of this movie that they played in the first movie, and like I just really enjoyed that version of that song. And then finally, like, great length. It's quick. It's in and out and moves at a good pace. And she surfs and awesome. The movie was a winter Netflix rom-com. Ask mom and dad; they've definitely watched it. I mean, they probably forgot it. Doesn't high A1C like erase brain cells? Okay. Freakier Friday. So let's go back over here to the streaming grid. All right, so 7.2 overall score, and then when I move through here, and you can see my bonus points for Freakier Friday coming straight across. The fiance's dance was great. It was, in the studio. I just thought Jamie Lee Curtis was so good. All right, best performance. It was awesome. It was awesome when they ended with the exact same song that they ended the first one with. And it just honestly gave me the Jumanji feeling. From The Good Place. So random. I don't remember The Good Place. Hidden Gem. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say Freakier Friday is a hidden gem. I gave it a bonus point for that. Chat may disagree because Freakier Friday is a big Disney movie, but like for me in my circle, my circle actually being my chat circle, but this is a movie I would never watch. This is a movie I would absolutely recommend to somebody who's looking for something light. Maybe you want to watch it with your kid, or not. You're just like a 40-year-old guy who like wants to watch a sequel to Freaky Friday. This movie's gonna do the trick for you. Notable song, absolutely a bunch of them, and then finally something cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of something cool in this. I also think it's cool how they're bringing in another Jumanji. Oh, the original Jumanji was great. The remake was really good. The second one of the new ones was awful, like unwatchable. But you know what I love about Freakier Friday is that they bring back all the people from the first one, and it just makes me feel so old. Like, what's that guy's name? Chad Michael Murray. It's Chad Michael Scott. Murray Scott Michael. I don't know. But that guy is back in this movie. Chad Michael Murray, I think is his name. He's back in this one. He's like looks old. It's like that's cool. I mean, he's old, but it's like, dang, I'm old. Like, these people were young when I was a kid. Now they're old, and I'm old too. So overall score there, 7.2. So right now, Disney has the second highest score of the week. Apple TV let's go from last to first. Apple TV is in last place with 3.5, and this is going to be big because when Apple TV goes again, it's going to be F1, and they're probably going to win the week because I've already seen it. I'm going to put out a short for it. It is amazing. It's like, you can see it on the spreadsheet. A year from now, the new Jumanji movie. All right, so Apple TV is taking a hit this week. It's only going to get worse because there's going to be a lot more movies higher than a 3.5. Chad Michael Scott. It's Michael Scott Chad. What I don't really understand about the Jumanji, the sequel, or the second one of the new franchise, whatever we're calling it, is like why they just completely went with different people. Maybe the actors didn't want it, but man, the first one was good. And it's got my second favorite Jonas Brother in it. Boom, tying in the Jonas Brothers. All right, so Apple TV is going to continue to drop. So we're looking at 60 points being probably the best that it's going to get. 6.075. In third place is The Roses. That's a really high score for third place. In second place we have is at 7.2 from Freakier Friday, which Disney should still end up with a pretty good score this week. And then finally in first place, Caught Stealing, which is probably going to be pretty tough to beat. Is in first place, and that would make Netflix our first Centurion. Boom. Look at that sweet word, Centurion. So first 100-pointer, but that could change if something comes up higher. Then it would obviously lose this one here, drop 5 points, but it would already lose those 5 points anyway. So that's where we are. Who's your second favorite Jonas Brothers? Okay, wait. Nick's my second favorite Jonas Brother. My favorite Jonas Brother is Joe Jonas because he's funny in the Jonas Brothers movies, and that's all that I have to judge them by. I know nothing about the Jonas Brothers other than Nick. I think it's Nick, right? Is Nick this the one that kind of looks like he's got like a buzz haircut? He's like always kind of like angry. Anyways, I think he looks just like Vinny from Jersey Shore. Tell me Nick Jonas and Vinny from the Jersey Shore don't look identical. Chat, can I add a poll? Let me add a poll to the chat. Start a poll. Do Nick Jonas and Vinny boom. Look at this. I'm so good. I'm putting polls in the chat now. 100% yes right now. That's crazy. That is crazy. 100%. Wow. Just insane. 100%. Dude, I just have that's like my form. I'm struggling right now. I'm in Narnia. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just like floating around, like typing in the chat. I can barely talk. My nose is so congested. All right. Anyways, I have no idea what I was talking about. But Disney Plus, Freakier Friday, and then Caught Stealing for Netflix. I just made up a sentence like where I was starting from. Anyways, so these are the overall scores right now, and then we can look at our season points right here. So we can see right now in first place we have Netflix, and then actually Disney Plus is doing a great job in second place at 65. Huge gap though. But we have some heavy hitters coming up. We've got Prime, We've got Peacock, we've got HBO, we've got Stars, and we've got the trash that is Paramount. Really, we've only got two big hitters, Peacock and HBO, and then Prime's going to have some trash. Peacock and HBO are going to have something pretty decent, and then Stars is going to be something awful, and Paramount's going to be like, I don't know, something from like a year ago. So that's where we are with the spreadsheet. That's where we are with the streaming service wars. So far, I'd say if I was asking, if this actually be a great sign off right here is, if you have an elderly couple or an elderly man that you're trying to get something for Christmas, like we're talking like 60 plus, right? A gift certificate to a streaming service or a gift card to a streaming service will absolutely rock their world, and it'll keep them away from you. Oh, should I do what are we watching? I can do some what are we watching. Let's do some what are we watching. Let's plot this out actually. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go to Amazon Prime. All right, what are we watching? Okay, so we got to go to movies. But seriously, if you, I want to be really clear on this. If you're like, what do I get? Because we all know, like, older men are absolutely impossible to buy for. Gift card to a streaming service. Boom. Here you go. You can sit on the couch. You can listen to Instagram like level 100 on your phone. And you can just watch just random trash on there. Give them a Stars one. Like, hey, like it doesn't need to be Netflix. It doesn't need to be HBO. You just got to show them how to download it. Give it to them. Stars is like $25 for a year or something. That's not true. But all right, let's go. What are we? Okay, let's do a little peruse of what we're watching. Okay, so I always go top 10 in the United States. Okay, look. Oh, What Fun came out in 2025. Oh, What Fun is definitely looking like what I'm going to watch. I've already seen Red One, already seen Playdate. I'm definitely not watching Wicked. I would rather The Family Stone. People talk about that nonstop. Oh, After the Hunt, I also want to see. That's $220. Okay, we're gonna tentatively plot. What's Candy Cane Lane? 2023. Not watching. It's too old. Okay, here we go. Oh, What Fun. So we're gonna pencil that in right now. Look how quick the typing is. Remember back in high school when you had to go to like typing class and they made you put like that, they made you put like that crap over top of your keyboard so you couldn't see and you had to type. And you just had no idea what was going on. No, not 220 minutes. 2 hours and 20 minutes. 220 minutes would be insane. It's like almost 4 hours. I have to watch The Family Stone. Okay. All right, so that's what we're gonna watch on Prime. What are we gonna watch on Peacock? All right, movies on Peacock. We're planning it all out right now. Already seen Jurassic Park. Ooh, see, here's my problem. Is that like immediately when I see something that looks scary, I'm like, sign me up. An Enemy? What is this about? Hidden Secrets and Long Buried Resentments. Nope. That sounds awful. Oh my. 2 hours. Okay, maybe maybe is this is it an enemy or is it one moan? Is it an enemy? I mean, am I crazy for not being able to pronounce this? Like, this is kind of nuts. Separate holiday theme. Okay. So, you know what? It's probably going to be an enemy, because that's their latest new release, unfortunately. The Family Man's great. I love this movie as a Christmas movie. One of Nicolas Cage's best movies. Love Actually, probably the best Christmas movie. All right, so we're going to put this down as one man or an enemy. I'm not sure. Let's see what's going on HBO. Let's see what's on HBO right now, shall we? Ugh. I'm not logged in here. Okay, so we can't do that. We'll end it with that. All right. That's it. I'm leaving. Thanks for checking out episode 6 of What to Buy Elderly People for Random Holidays. Now, thanks for checking out episode 6 of the Streaming Wars live. Remember, I answer all your questions in the chat. I have shorts almost every single day of the week. And then Friday, I do everything I watch real quick and help you decide if it's worth your time or not. Thanks for checking this out, and I will catch you later.